guys, welcome to the Artsy Crafty Housewife. Today we're going to be making pancit. This is a Filipino noodle dish and I got the recipe from my mom, so yeah, it'll be very special, and I'll have the ingredients, all the recipe in my YouTube channel as well as Pinterest. So let's get started. Let's begin with the ingredients. So let's get started. I have here my wok that I bought at an Asian market. I don't know if you can order it online, but you can try. It makes it easier for the stir fry, you know. Okay, so what I have here, I'm already having 4 cups of water boiling. And my mom usually uses fresh shrimp head to make her stock. But I'm on a budget, so I just bought this instead, and hopefully it works. We'll see. It's called the natural dried shrimp, and I got this at Safeway, so you can get that. You can also use the shrimp bouillon if you don't want to use this. It's kind of funky looking. I have the baby bok choy, the carrots and onion and garlic, cabbage, and this thing that I ordered. So usually you can choose, if you decide to have more vegetables you can, or if you want less vegetable you can, but I prefer to have more. My mom, she prefers less, so. And I also have, I boiled this earlier. This is about 2 chicken breasts, and make sure you save the broth from here too, because we're going to use that. And this is about 1 pound of pork. You can use any pork you want. And I like the shoulder because it's a little bit of fat, so I like that one. So our oil is heating up right here. In the Philippines, you know, usually if someone's birthday or someone's anniversary or something, they have pancit because they said it's for longevity. And so that's really nice tradition. I know that my mom always cooks pancit for me for my birthday, and I always ask that. So it's hot now. And you just want this to be a little bit brown. You don't want it to be burnt at all. You know what's really fun about cooking is that you can experiment pretty much, and you can add things that you've never thought you should add before. Unlike baking, you know, baking is so precise. And I'm really gonna add the pork so it can start to cook too. My mom usually fries this pork first, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to add any more oil. So I'm just going to add this here so it can just start cooking. So this is my first time making this. I'm kind of nervous, you know. My mom makes this really, really good, so I'm always afraid to try it, just in case I don't make it that good. But I hardly see her now, so I should start making it for my husband. I'm going to let it sit here for a little bit and let it cook until I put the rest in. This one I would usually make a lot, just so that we can have leftovers for the next day. You can call it baon. Baon is Tagalog word for like something we bring for lunch the next day. And our water right here is boiling, so I'm going to go ahead and put our fried shrimp in there. And just mix it, just so that you can get the... I'm probably going to taste it and see if it tastes a little bit like shrimp broth. If it still needs a little flavoring, then I'm going to add the bouillon. So I'm gonna let it sit for a little bit and I'll come back for it again later. Check on it, okay? I think it's about done. We're gonna start putting the other stuff. So my mom, she doesn't really use measuring cups, and I don't either. But this is my first time, and so I'm guessing a lot. So I'm gonna try to measure it, just so that I can also give you guys the information how much I'm putting. So this is the soy sauce I'm using. It's called the Silver Swan. Of course, you can use the soy sauce you have at home, but I think to make it authentic, you gotta use the brand, the Filipino brand. So, and I think this is Filipino brand. It's called Silver Swan. And I'm gonna put about 1/4 of a cup. It still seems like a lot, but I'm gonna be putting 3 bags of those noodles, and we can always put broth in later, just in case it's a little bit too much salt. So here's the soy sauce. And I'm gonna go ahead and add the 2 chicken breasts that I already shredded earlier. Wow, I think I put, this is a lot of meat. Start putting the vegetable. I'm gonna put in the carrots first because this one takes a little bit longer to cook. And for the carrots, I like a lot because it adds a little sweetness to it, you know, when it cooks. I don't really remember how my mom cut the vegetables. When I texted her, she just gave me the ingredients and a little bit of the steps, but she didn't really tell me the whole thing. So I'm kind of just guessing what it looked like, and it'll be okay. Pour this onto this, but I'm gonna strain it, so I don't want those shrimp in here. So I just want the flavors, and it's right here. I don't want that, so I'm gonna put that aside. I'm gonna continue to mix this until it starts boiling, and I'm gonna add the rest of the vegetables. I think it still needs a little bit more broth, so I'm gonna add about 2 more cups. So I think we had like about 3.5 cups on this one. I'm gonna add 2 more cups. And I boiled the chicken earlier, so I'm gonna use that stock. So what I have here is 2 cups of chicken stock. I'm gonna pour it in here now. I am really hoping this works out because it'll be great to be able to tell my mom that I made her pancit and succeeded. I guess I can taste this now and see what the broth is like. It's really good. So I wanted to let you guys know, this is called kinchay. It's Chinese celery. I found this at the Asian market, or my husband did, and it looks like a celery. I mean, it's just small, so if you can't find it, that's okay. You can replace it. You can just use the regular celery. That would be okay. Well, it's starting to boil. That's when I can start putting in the vegetables. I'm gonna put the cabbage. It smells really good. And this is actually a good time to add pepper. So I'm gonna do that. It smells really good in here. Put the bok choy in. It's a lot of vegetables. So I think those vegetables are done. So my mom said for me, once it's cooked, I have to take it all out and transfer them, leaving the broth behind, because that's where we're gonna cook the noodles there. So there you go. So we're gonna set this aside because that's done. Oh, it looks really yummy. So this is point it like. So it's done and it actually looks good, so we'll see if it's good. I'm gonna set the table and my husband's gonna try it with me. Alright, let's go see. So here's my husband trying it for the first time. My very first.
It's very good. Good job.
Awesome. Alright guys, thanks for joining us and we'll see you next time.